This chonky boy right here is the Illegear Sapphire, their latest and best premium gaming laptop. Just looking at the spec sheet, this laptop puts my desktop, your desktop, and almost everyone's desktop to shame. With a price tag starting at 9,000 ringgit, is this even worth considering? Let's find out. As with all Illegear laptops, the specs can be fully customized to your needs. My review unit comes with the latest 12th Gen Intel Core i9 processor, an NVIDIA RTX 3080 Ti GPU, 16GB of DDR5 memory, 1TB M.2 NVMe SSD, and an 80Wh battery. All of this performance is housed in a premium lightweight aluminum chassis with a sandblast finish. Moving on, you have a massive 17-inch IPS panel. It's running at a 2560 by 1600 resolution in a 16 by 10 aspect ratio with a maximum refresh rate of 240Hz, 100% sRGB, G-Sync compatibility, 350 nits peak brightness, and an anti-glare coating. Whether you're a gamer, content creator, or just browsing memes, this is a beautiful display to look at. Not to forget, there is a full HD webcam with Windows Hello support at the top, and this is what it sounds and looks like. A little improvement over the previous Illegear laptops, but I still think there's a lot of space for improvement. In terms of I/O, these are what you'll find around the laptop. It's safe to say that you won't be needing any dongles or adapters. A special mention for the back of the laptop, which houses all the ugly ports such as power, Ethernet, and the external water cooling. If you want to see a review of the Illegear external water cooler, check out my Onyx G review linked below. Lastly, you'll also find two RGB strips as well at the back of the laptop. All of the lighting and other laptop settings can be configured via the Illegear Command Center software. For sound, you have premium speakers that are powered by the latest Sound Blaster Cinema 6 Plus audio suite, which delivers an ultra-realistic and high-quality surround sound experience. These speakers do well for media consumption. The highs, mids, and lows are balanced well. But is it good for gaming? Yes, they are. I can accurately tell where the sounds are coming from. This can give you the competitive edge when gaming. Hear it for yourself. Next, let's take a look at the trackpad and keyboard. The trackpad is excellent in every way. It's responsive, accurate, and did you see the freaking size of it? The keyboard, on the other hand, I have some mixed feelings about it. The Sapphire comes with a full-size tactile mechanical keyboard that looks stunning with per key RGB. However, my issue with this keyboard is that it requires a little more force than normal to press a key down. Don't get me wrong, it's a high-quality keyboard and a problem like this varies from person to person. You might end up loving this type of keyboard. Anyway, the switches are the Cherry MX Brown switches, and this is what it sounds like. Now, I'm no keyboard expert, but I do know a thing or two about Cherry keyboards. This requires significantly more force to activate compared to the MX Brown switches that I'm used to. Sure, it's not the fairest of comparisons because one is a laptop keyboard and one is an external keyboard, but I just didn't expect it to be much firmer on the laptop keyboard. Alright, let's move back to the good stuff with some benchmarks, starting with Cinebench. The 12th Gen Intel i9 processor scored very well, as if there was any doubt in that. It tops the chart for single-core performance and technically the multi-core performance too, considering that the top 3 results are from server or workstation-grade processors. Moving on to the TimeSpy benchmark, the Illegear Sapphire scored 11,956. This is better than most of the benchmark computers on 3D Mark. Taking a closer look at the temperatures, the CPU went above 90 a few times during the test. The GPU, on the other hand, was pretty well managed. One thing I need to mention is that throughout the benchmarks, the fans were weirdly quiet. At one point, I was thinking that the fans were not working, but they were. It's just that the thermal management is done quite well that the fans don't need to go on full speed. Here's a sound comparison between the fans during a benchmark and when I use the fan boost option. Do note that these results are without external water cooling. If we check out my results history, we can see that the Onyx G that we previously reviewed has a slightly higher score, but that is with the external water cooling. For the Sapphire to come extremely close in results to a water-cooled laptop just shows how much performance potential there is with this laptop. If it's not obvious already by now, this laptop will happily destroy anything and everything you throw at it. I don't know what else to say. Valorant at ultra setting? Piece of cake. Other laptops would usually heat up and thermal throttle when playing games at the highest settings, not the Sapphire. I can comfortably keep my hand on the keyboard without feeling the heat from it. One thing you might want to consider is a laptop stand, but it's not for the viewing angles because the 17-inch display is massive. Instead, it's to protect your wrists because the laptop is thick with a double C. Alright, let's wrap things up. For a starting price of 9,000 ringgit, is the Illegear Sapphire worth it? No. For most people. For the general user, this laptop is too expensive, too heavy, and will end up living its life as a desktop. However, if you are a pro gamer or power user on the go, there's not that many options for an extreme performance laptop in a package that is relatively portable. On top of that, you have the option of water cooling the laptop if you need to squeeze a bit more power out of it. Besides gaming, I can see this as being extremely useful for on-the-field tasks such as 3D rendering and large simulations. For a certain group of people, this will be perfect. If you're interested in purchasing the Illegear Sapphire, all the purchase links will be in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!